It was like such tedious work. I was just like sitting here down in the basement by myself with my headphones on, my glass of iced tea, going through each frame and animating. And then when it was done, I had 15 seconds of hand-tracked Dorito going all over the place, falling in his mouth.
Okay. Do I want these? I don't know.
What does your heart do?
Well, I mean, they say like they're fruit bites, but they're not super sweet. I like super sweet.
It's called the distraction. I just stole your chips.
Then when he moves, there's a tag. Coincidence? I don't think not. First 20 minutes, I'm spent.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Talk about going out of order.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lunch and Whatever.
Hi.
Once again, a little bit unusual. We're missing someone again. Except this time he really is just straight up gone.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone to replace him just yet. She's still getting here.
She's
Yeah.
close.
We're 10 minutes past our normal start time, so we figured we'd go ahead and get started.
And I'm hungry.
And John's hungry. So, there you go. What did I bring today? I don't know what I brought today.
You brought a certain word that we won't say.
Yeah, I did.
And I brought a certain snack that we won't say.
Because it contains a word.
Yes. Because he's tired of animating that poor word. So you got a burrito.
I do.
Sweet.
Mom makes burritos, very fantastic burritos, and freezes them so my dad and I can take them home.
And I also have
Bloody
grams.
The words that we will.
Dance. Wait, isn't it on the back as well? Dang! What's wrong?
I can't win.
And also, I have a cheese Danish from my work. They're so good. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Cheese Danish.
Okay, show you the thing right now.
The thing?
The thing. The certain box thing.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, let's do that. We have something
I
really
wanted
cool this time.
to test this out for a month, and now I'm kind of like, duh, of course I want this every single month ever. It is Lootcrate.
Lootcrate!
And so this month's theme was fantasy, and that's another reason I wanted to try it, because I was like, fantasy, duh. And then I heard Princess Bride, and I was like, 100% getting that. So, this box was interesting because I think I don't really like the CW Game of Thrones, but I do want to read the book because I've heard that the book is better.
We need to show everyone the box.
Okay.
Look at this design.
This box is so cool. It's just so awesome.
See, that's the top. And then that's the side. And then it just goes all the way around until you have that. Like a little shield thing. Oh, there's one. There's a little goblin too. Okay.
Okay, so it's seriously so cool because even though I don't like Game of Thrones, the things that they gave were still really cool. Okay, so the first thing
I hit that
is
same leg that Charlie hit. Okay.
The first thing that they have is a Dungeons and Dragons T-shirt.
Ooh.
I've never played this game, ever.
We don't recommend it either.
And all I've heard from my parents is, oh my gosh, those Dungeons and Dragons people, they're cold. And they're blah. So, I don't know if I'll wear it. I might wear it to like the bed, make it like a PJ sort of thing. Ooh.
Princess Bride playing cards.
Go show.
Oh my gosh.
Go show. They are so cool. They're so cool. Oh my gosh.
That's
I
the
looked
front.
at every single
swords.
I looked at the inside, and each like king, queen, and jack is different from each other.
Really?
Yeah. And careful. And but
we must protect the precious.
yeah, but no, it's really cool. Okay, and this is excuse me. This is what is this? Hold on. Start sigil USB flash drive. Okay, I'm just excited there's a USB flash drive, and it looks freaking awesome.
I found
Look at this. This is so cool. I'm gonna use this for like very special projects. And look, there's the little USB thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's got like the wolf symbol and stuff. That's awesome.
It's so good, but it's really sharp. So, but that was one of the Game of Thrones things where I'm like, cool.
They put all the greatest lines on these things. Oh, my gosh. I have to show you people. This is amazing.
Yes, they picked some of the best lines.
I'll even put them in the right accents if I can.
And then there's Game of Thrones magnets with all the different.
Is that a bow tie?
Shh.
That's a bow tie.
But yeah, it has all the different clans things. Yeah.
Is it like the different
the
houses?
Yeah, the house.
Different
sort
like
of.
how the families or something like that.
I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Yeah, the camera isn't close enough
No,
for this.
It has to be spread out.
That's why you're standing up.
That's exactly why I'm standing up. All right. So, here we go. As you wish. Well, you were dead. I don't know if I can do this one. Marriage. If you want, I could fly. Anybody want a peanut? Funny story about this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in high school, I was part of a speech and debate league called NCFCA, National Christian Forensics and Communications Association.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took me a year to memorize that. Basically, we also had a graduation after you aged out at the end of high school. That at the regional invitational championship, they would recognize all the graduates. And so there was this one guy who came who was really into Princess Bride, and he was gonna say the line that occurs right before "Do you want a peanut? Anybody want a peanut?" I can't. Excuse me, I can't remember what it is. Do you remember?
No, but sorry, I wasn't listening. Mary said, sorry, Mary said she won't be here till like 1, so.
Well, we got more time to look at the Lootcrate, I guess. But what he wanted us to do, he got a bunch of us, of his friends, and said, all right guys, in the middle of my little speech, you get like this 3-minute speech, I'm gonna say whatever that line is. And so then.
Wait, which line?
The line right before, whatever rhymes with anybody want a peanut.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Yes, that was it. But he was going to say something like, it was going to fit in his speech. Mm-hmm. And he was going to say, and I mean it. And then a bunch of us in the crowd just went, anybody want a peanut? It was great. Everyone was looking at us like we were nuts.
Oh my goodness.
Get it? Nuts.
Yes.
Alright, most classic line. Inconceivable! This voice actor, by the way, played a bunch of awesome people. I'm pretty sure he played T-Rex in Toy Story.
Yep.
I'm just going to do the whole line on this one because I can. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. We're almost done. He's only mostly dead. There's a difference between all dead and mostly dead.
And then there's Billy Crystal. Oh my god.
Yes, Billy Crystal.
Him.
And of course, this is a perfect Jack. How do you feel? And remember, this is for science. So please, be honest. Is it for science or posterity? No, I think it's for science.
Posterity.
Posterity? Okay, so it's for posterity. So please, be honest. Filth, slime, muck, boo, boo, boo! Can't do that voice. I can't do that. And then, of course, we all remember him. Surrender! So confident. And that's it. Back to As You Wish.
Okay. Alright, next thing.
Insanely awesome plan.
So, as Glenn spoiled, there's a bow tie.
There's a bow tie! Is it?
And it has dragons and like diamonds. And I don't know if it's from anything, but it looks freaking awesome. Ready? Just put it on.
How does it, like, do you have to actually, like, tie it, or is it,
No.
It has, like, a clip-on type thing?
It's pretty much a clip-on.
Aha.
And you have to tighten it, too. But yeah, aren't those awesome? They're so cool.
Yes.
Okay.
We should, like,
Yeah,
play, like, we should play, like, war. Like, the game of war.
And when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this was worth the money. Oh, It's 9 3/4. It's a Harry Potter thing. It's when they travel to Hogwarts, they go to platform 9 3/4, which is weird because in King's Cross there's only platform 9 and platform 10.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to like go through a wall to get to platform 9 3/4, and it's a baggage tag, so you can put your name in and that sort of thing.
Ah. See, Matt
So
had made
awesome.
a reference to that in his game theory, which was new as of the time of this filming, which was part 1 of his definitive 5 Nights at Freddy's video, and he made a 9 3/4 reference,
Oh my gosh, I'm
expecting Harry Potter to come out in this rant, and I was like, what?
I am so excited. Okay, so he finally put out part 1, which I've been looking for on Game Theory since like a week after the game came out, because I'm like, he's got to put it out sometime.
As
He's
in
gotta
5
put it
Nights
out
at Freddy's
sometime.
3.
He's got to put it out sometime. He's got to put it out sometime. Thank you for clarifying, because when I talk, I'm like, oh, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you want to wear this?
I should try it. I've never worn a bow tie before. Can you believe it?
Okay, and then this was hilarious. Okay, so this is an inflatable crown with stars and all, and you just blow it up.
Oh, I got it.
Entertain them.
I'm so fat. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I would not do that.
No.
I have much more respect for our viewership than that. There we go. This is what I look like with a bow tie on.
Nice. Oh, you could just sing the Portal song while doing this. I played that. I finished Portal like a few
Oh, you
days
finally
ago.
finished Portal?
No, I mean I like played it again and
Played it again.
beat it again.
Yeah. That game is actually pretty replayable.
That game is so much fun.
What's really cool though is they also put in a bunch of challenge maps, so it's like the same. There are different puzzles from within the game, and then you
there's
have
some
different
of them I can't
challenges.
figure out.
Oh yeah, there's also the advanced
like, even
chambers.
close, I can't figure them out.
There's
You
an
need to
advanced
help
chamber.
me.
The advanced chambers are insanely difficult, but there's also challenge chambers where you take the test chambers that you played in the single player campaign, and then you have to try and figure out how to do it with only like say do an entire map in 3 portals.
There's steps, portals, and
I think is it time?
yeah.
Seeing how fast you can do everything.
Yeah. So the steps one is awful because what I tried to do was I was like, oh, I can just portal on the floor here, portal on the floor there, I'll end up over there, and that didn't work because I forgot to like when I was over there I forgot to unportal, so I just kept falling through the floor. And then I kept like wasting steps because I would land in the wrong spot and I'd be like, dang.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, here's the crown.
Crown attempted to use escape. It wasn't very effective. Looks good.
Yep, this is the inflatable crown. And is that it? Oh, and then of course there's the pin
The
for
Lootcrate pin.
Acorn. Go show them. It's actually a really cool pin. I don't know if like.
Oh, I see. So there's a unique pin for each month of Lootcrate.
Yeah, and I am like really hoping that I get a job during the summer so that I can buy some Loot Crates.
Yeah.
I want more Loot Crate because this is like really cool. Because I also looked up on YouTube like different months and I saw all the stuff that they got and I was like, whoa.
I've heard some of those
this.
Loot Crates are pretty darn awesome.
Oh yeah. Which one did I really like?
This is as hard as I ever feel like adulting ever. I actually am in school and working at the same time. That's a hard level of adulting right there. I don't like that.
That's what I've been doing all semester.
Yeah, but like, for how many hours?
8. So not that much.
16.
Oh my gosh, that's double. Stop topping me. Gosh, you're so mean. Just make me feel
I'm
old.
sorry if I'm better than you. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey! You make me feel old teenager and stuff.
Teenager? You're not even a year younger than me.
Not adult and that sort of thing.
I don't think you're even a year younger.
We're both teenagers. Shh.
For me, less than 6 months.
Stop it.
So yeah, I'm just. They see me rolling. They hate it. They think I'm
Okay,
just too
what
white
have
and
you-
adulty.
What have you been doing, watching, playing, reading, watching?
I didn't actually get to see a movie this last week. Unlike the last 2 episodes, I actually didn't get the last. I had to do homework.
Homework.
Homework. But what? I did something. What did I do? I went to a social dance a few days ago. That was kind of cool. Shoot, I did something. I promise. Oh yes, duh. I bought 2 TFK albums. 1,000 Foot Crutch. I got The End Is Where We Begin, and which came out in 2012, and then the one that came out before that, which was Welcome to the Masquerade. Because I was listening to all their songs on Spotify. I went through and listened to every single one of their albums, and I decided that Welcome to the Masquerade and The End Where Is Where We Begin were 2 of their greatest albums ever. And there's singles that I want to get. Phenomenon off their very first album. TFK is interesting in that their very first song ever, it's the first song on the first album, is the most popular song they have ever made by a long shot. If you look at the Spotify playlists, like artist page, it tells you the top 5 songs by streams, and Phenomenon has second place, which is Courtesy Call, I think, off of The End Is Where We Begin. It has it beat by several million streams. It's amazing. Welcome to the Masquerade is also up there, which is the first song off of the Welcome to the Masquerade album. And then of course they have the new one that came out last year, which is Oxygen Inhale, and it's shorter, but it's pretty good. A lot of people suspect that Carrie Underwood had a lot to do with the sound, because especially Born This Way sounds totally Southern rock. And they toured with Carrie Underwood for a while, like right before that album was produced, so, you know.
That's kind of hilarious. Oh, I forgot to mention that Lootcrate also sends out a little magazine. And, well, the first thing that I really like about it is in the back, it tells you all the stuff that you got. Just in case you didn't realize. Like, I didn't know that it was a Dungeons & Dragons t-shirt until they were like, this is a Dungeons & Dragons t-shirt. And I was like, oh, okay. I get now why the dragon is in an and position.
Yes.
And then it has the crown and the bow tie. And then,
of course, the epic cards.
Yes. And then the Game of Thrones thing. And that's it. And then also they have like pictures of people somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, other Loot Crate people.
Oh yeah, because if you notice on the front it says document, share, and enjoy.
Yeah.
So you can document and use the hashtag Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Hey, share it
I'm doing that right now. Documenting, sharing, and enjoying.
That's true. We should probably put the Loot Crate hashtag in here somewhere just so we can.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, is that like how it works? Do you have to like link the video to them on Twitter or something like that?
I have no idea.
Instagram.
And then I have a comic in here as well, and it's Loot Crate, and it's.
Is it a Loot Crate comic?
Yeah. Like someone drew it for Loot Crate, and they did like Loot Crate is here. What's the theme? Steve. Which way grass is supposed to drive you? I don't know which way this is going through, like which way it progresses. So maybe it like cut there or something like that.
Might be like manga style. Oh yeah, because it goes down like that.
Yeah,
He gets eaten and then.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Steve! Ooh, look, a keychain.
That makes more sense now. Okay, we figured it out. Because I couldn't figure it out. Okay.
Our special guest should be here shortly.
She's late. She's gonna get tardy little sticker. If I had a tardy sticker, that would be awesome. Oh, so the really funny thing is, I know what is she? A first grade teacher, and she is hilarious because when we she's older than me. She's like college, like past college age, because she graduated and now she's teaching. Anyway, so when I'm playing at like my brother's apartment and we're playing with like a bunch of his roommates and her and like all these people, she hates it when people cheat. Oh my gosh, she is like. Whenever someone cheats and she notices it, she's like, you, George, you need to go sit in the corner and think about what you did. And once you're ready to play by the rules, then you can come back and play.
And that is definitely a first grade teacher.
It's hilarious though, because she like catches them off guard and they're always like, did she just tell me to go in the corner? And there are sometimes where she's so angry in person, she's like, drop your clip. which in school talk is if you're on the green with your clip, you'll get like a treat at the end of the day, or like a keychain or a sticker or something. And if you're if you're on yellow, then you won't, but you're not in trouble. If you're on red,
then
your parents are getting called. If you're below red, you're going to the principal's office.
Wow.
Actually, maybe if you're...
Probably the other way around. Probably you go to the principal's office, then your parents are called.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Something like that. No.
Something like that, but yeah.
There's a bunch of people trying to get into this study room.
Listen, people.
They want it. But we reserved it, so they can't have it.
Yeah, okay, so the funny thing is, Joe reserved this room till about April, and he did this in January. So that was as far as he could book it, and then I think like in March I was like, oh, we need to reserve this room before people are like, oh yeah, finals is that week, so we need to get some rooms. So I was like, I better beat them. And so I did.
We're still making this podcast, whether it's finals week or not, by God.
Yeah. Because we're crazy.
And as of the creation of this video, finals week is next week.
Yep.
That is terrifying.
That is fun. Hey, that means we're almost done.
That's true.
High five.
We will have made it through our very first year of college. That's high level adulting right there, too.
Yeah, and listen, if you're one of those people who are like, oh, you're at a community college. Excuse me, what is the last word in that sentence? College. Stop with your little bull and being all like, you're not really going to college. Excuse me. These are credit courses. They have like official teachers and professors and that sort of thing. And I am paying less.
We even use Blackboard.
Than most people. Yeah, we use Blackboard. Why does that matter?
Because a lot of the Blackboard started out as a 4-year university thing.
Oh.
It was developed and tested.
Okay.
And then 4-year colleges were the first people to use it. So I remember when UVA and Liberty University both started using it. Hey, our special guest is here. Hello, Mary.
Hey, you have lunch.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, you have your own catering company.
Well,
You might as well walk in front, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I mooched food from an event.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. For college student people.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is Mary, and I put
Wait,
her
we have to
name
let her
up
get
there.
in frame first. There we go.
There's Mary, yes. And we've known each other forever.
Yeah.
We don't even want to count the years that we've known each other.
Well, forever minus like 3.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
And I made up a name for her because I felt like it.
And is this supposed to represent me too?
No, that's
No,
Hwatever.
that's
That's
what we
our mascot.
Okay.
He's the
That-
podcast mascot.
That happened during an accident. So
I should get a mascot bobblehead for guest starring.
You get your own Wing bobblehead.
yeah, people work on that. No, I'm just.
Put that on a t-shirt.
But what did we do with charity? Were we like, what are your interests? And
Well, we already knew what charity's interests were, so we adapted to it. But
well, I mean, for them.
What is my
For that-
persona? What is my brand?
You.
Me.
I don't
Whatever
know.
that is for you.
I of course know that you love Lord of the Rings, Cary Grant.
I love Cary Grant, but I love some others more than Cary Grant.
Of course you do. And then you've read The Hunger Games, right?
Yes, because you gave them all to me. Otherwise, I would not have gone near them.
Yeah, I gave it like for what was it, each Christmas or each birthday or something.
Like each gift-giving opportunity you gave me, so that
Yeah.
I had all of them.
I of course texted her like a few months earlier. I was like, Mary, do you have the Hunger Games book? She was like, no. And I was like, do you want the Hunger Games book? She was like, sure. And I was like, all right,
I tried to
don't
be hip.
buy
I
the
tried to-
Hunger Games book.
Yeah, I tried to be hip, so that's why I wanted to read it. And I gave it to I lent them to Cutie the Rat,
Mm-hmm.
and she enjoyed them until the end. She was horrified.
We won't spoil it for them. So no spoiler alert.
Well, there are 1,000 different ways that you could be horrified.
It is true.
So
Mm-hmm.
she was horrified. But we're still friends, so.
Oh, there it is. That's what I wanted. There's one of the bands I like to listen to. Their name is Nine Lashes, and they last night shared this really interesting link from Digital Music News for something I thought would be interesting to talk about on the thing. It's it was an article discussing the artist payout rates of all the different streaming services like Spotify. They have a bunch of that I hadn't even heard of, like Nokia, Google Play, Xbox Music, Simfy, Napster, MediaNet, Move Music, Deezer, Radio, Spotify, MySpace Music, and interestingly, even Amazon Cloud apparently pays artists back per stream from their cloud service. Although technically the music is bought and then put on the cloud, and then so I'm not exactly sure. But I'm gonna put the image up here so you can see it. But
that's a really small amount.
Yeah.
But still, if you get like a lot of listens to,
that's basically what makes streaming possible. As you can see,
Scale.
Spotify way down there is basically giving you half of 1 cent every single time someone plays your song. Half of a cent.
Well,
So
they
if
have
you-
millions and millions of plays.
Yeah, so then if you get people like in the major labels who get those millions of plays, that works out fine. The problem is like Nine Lashes is not on a major record label. They're not. They've got 2 albums now, so they're slowly gaining traction. They're getting there, but you know, for them, streaming is not really. What they're trying to do is compare the streaming payout to how much money they get every time you buy the song on iTunes. Just the song. It didn't even count the album, just the song. And so what they did is they
more
created
off iTunes than Spotify.
Oh, way more. Because every time you play the song on Spotify, you get half a cent. If you buy the song on iTunes for 99 cents, they get 70 cents. So then what was really cool is they give you this graph of the average per stream payouts as of February 2014. And it's obscene. And then you come down here, and there's a graph of the number of streams needed to equal 1 iTunes download. There's the picture up there. And as you can see, for Spotify, it's about 130. Whereas for Amazon Cloud, it takes 5,862.
oh my gosh.
And yeah, and MySpace Music 745. It's insane.
Do they have any kind of mechanism for factoring like how Spotify will enhance their popularity because it's easy to share stuff on Spotify?
It doesn't seem to do that. It seemed it was just talking about the amount of money that's paid. And then if you go down to the comments, there's all this discussion about how there's apparently Spotify changes its payout rate based on the like they have the 3 different tiers. They have free, unlimited, and premium. And apparently they pay out more if a premium user streams it more than if like a free user streams it. And of course there is also being able to factor in the way things are shared and connected and things like that. That wasn't an issue. If you looked at numbers for individual artists, that's where you get things. But Nine Lashes was just showing the article because what they were trying to do is get you to switch over to Google Play Music to stream their stuff instead of Spotify. Because Spotify is paying you half a cent, Google Play is giving them 4.5 cents per share, which is a significant increase. But I thought that was very, very interesting. Especially since, as an artist myself, I've actually found a distributor that'll give me online access to all the major markets, iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play, and places like Spotify and Deezer. I could even send it to Shazam, so the Shazam app will recognize it. But and they pay you they gather all the different payouts from the different markets and then pay you once a month. And
cool.
I was thinking, it's like, oh, but if I got a number of plays, I could get a few dollars out of it. Now, I'd be lucky to get a few dollars out of my stuff. So, that was cool. Kind of depressing, but also really cool.
Okay. Have you watched a movie, or played a video game, or read a book, or did something really cool in the last week?
Last week?
Or like recently?
I've read a lot because that's my life.
But like interesting.
Oh, it's always interesting. It's a good highlight. I did watch a movie. I watched, I don't know if it was in the last week, but one day I was either sick or sick from debauchery, I'm not sure. But I watched Mission Impossible 2. I just said screw it, and I watched it like in the middle of the day. It wasn't very good. I don't know if you've seen it. It wasn't very good.
I've never seen any Mission Impossible.
I mean, it basically got me like what I wanted from the movie, which is like running around shooting people and stuff. And face masks. There were way too many face masks in Mission Impossible. I need to get over it. So that was okay. But what else have I done? I've seen some weird stuff on Facebook lately. Yeah, I don't know how much.
Anything in particular? First thing that came to mind was all the Baltimore riots that are going on.
I haven't heard anything about that.
All right, we can talk about Baltimore riots then.
Yeah, we should. That's trending right now.
Yeah, so basically all these people are rioting in the fullest sense of the word because they're not presenting a clear argument and they're not targeting any specific group or institution. They're just creating havoc in Baltimore because of some guy who was killed while he was being arrested.
It was Freddie Gray.
Oh,
He was a 25-year-old black man who got a fatal spine injury. Yeah, getting arrested or something like that.
And then he died.
But wasn't he was like tased or something like that? And
yeah, and then like slammed down on the curb or something and broke his back. So obviously a lot of things went wrong, and people are compiling all the reports of killings by police officers and have come to the conclusion that police officers are out to get black people, basically. I do mentoring with a group at UVA with these kids in the West Haven neighborhood, and there was this little girl who was probably about 4 years old, and we went up to the lawn at UVA to take them for a picnic, and it was Spring Fest, so there were some cops on the lawn just kind of wandering around. And the girl was like, I'm scared of cops. This is a 4-year-old girl. And she was like, I'm scared of cops. Cops are bad. And I'm like, holy cow, I'm so sorry. But it's kind of scary how, like, it's a very uninformed stereotype. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I have a lot of cop buddies at the local Barnes & Noble because my sister used to work there. I mean, I know that there are, like, bad cops somewhere. But,
they certainly exist, otherwise a stereotype would have never been created, but unfortunately people like to focus on it more than the good cops.
Yeah. So...
Definitely a lot of good cops out there.
But, I mean, it's really funny because you would think that, like, cops, as soon as they heard that you had done something illegal, like, I one time went 15 miles over the speed limit without knowing it, and I was telling this cop this, and he was like, whoa there. But he was just like, you need to stop being such a speed demon, that sort of thing. So he was just joking around. It was awesome.
There's no way for him to arrest you though. I mean,
yeah, but I mean,
give you a ticket.
Well, no, yeah, traffic stop.
Yeah, but you kind of like almost expect like sort of a sermon from them, like, now listen, if you do this, just think, you could possibly kill yourself and another person and 5 more people in case that car was a van. And
yeah,
so,
everything you hear in driver's ed.
Yeah, but no, they were like, just stop being so silly and that sort of thing. And I will soon, hopefully when this video comes out, I will have this video up. I really want to do a rant about people and driving.
Great. Well, you know, at the rate that these episodes come out, if you don't have it up, I will be surprised.
Okay, well, I don't want to do it here because it'll take way too long. Like, it'll be the entire episode. So.
Yeah, I was thinking that might be a good video to put on your personal channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
To yourself.
No, because it'll get shared on the Team Whatever Facebook page and stuff like that. Not that we've been doing that with our own videos, but yeah.
I shared the first lunch and whatever on my page.
Yeah, you went and shared the other one.
And then you corrected me.
Gosh. Yeah, you gotta get it right, Joan.
Not every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's every 2 weeks. Although there was one time where it was 3 weeks because my computer decided to hate me for a week and
darn computer.
No, not this one.
Oh.
My uber powerful custom built desktop.
Darn computer. I don't know where it is.
That was a loud pop. I'll bet they heard that.
Sorry. That's my elbow. My elbows and knees
that must have hurt.
It used to be your elbow.
Crack. Yeah, it used to be elbow.
No. I mean, I feel the pop, but it doesn't hurt. Unless like it, ooh, there are some times where I like bend down and I'm like on my knees. That sounds really awkward. Anyway,
no, well, now it does,
okay, anyway, and I try to get up and I can't move my knee because it's like trying to pop and it doesn't.
but
And you're just stuck there in like limbo. And it's awful. And then finally it like pops and you're like, oh, thank God.
I can move again. I was at Jump Seaville on Thursday. That was it. That was it.
Oh.
That was it. I knew there was something else. I was at
so fun.
Joan and I were both there, bunch with a bunch of friends.
I don't know, but it's like a, wait.
It's a trampoline park.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a converted movie theater.
Yeah. I used
a
to
rather
watch,
large one. Yeah.
As a kid, I used to watch movies in there.
Where?
Yeah. It's
And the Dollar Theater.
Carmike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Carmike. That was it. It was Carmike. Yeah, and so basically they took this it was one of those movie theaters that had like 3 actual theater days in it or whatever. So it was a rather large place. It basically opened up almost all the walls and put in a whole bunch of trampolines. And these aren't like cheap trampolines either.
No.
These are like nice like gymnastics trampolines. And there's trampolines all over the floor. There's even some that angle up about 8 feet up the wall like that. And
That's awesome.
there's like there's a dodgeball, like a little arena that's of course full of trampolines. You have like a middle row where you can put all the balls, and you all rush up, and you can just like jump into the air and chuck things at people, bounce off of the back trampolines and stuff like that. And they even have a section where they have 2 basketball hoops and the trampolines, and you can jump and like do slam dunks.
Like some people who do like halftime shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they have another place where they have like 2 trampolines that are kind of like pathways. And then like the big, huge pit.
Huge foam pit full of big foam squares.
Yeah. Okay. So I jumped in that one.
Oh, you did go.
I was stuck.
Yeah, we went together with a bunch of friends.
I was stuck for 5 minutes. Well, I mean, I only heard till like a few hours before we went.
Yeah. Because our other friend walked up to me and was like, oh, yeah, you're going to Jump Seaville, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, Joan, you want to go to Jump Seaville?
Like, oh, sure. Even though I threw out my back the day before, but they were like, go to Jump. And I was like, I've never been to Jump
I threw out my
before.
back there.
Wow.
I threw out my back the day before, so all I was doing was just bouncing.
Are there a lot of
And that was it.
Because that's right up near the bounce and playing ACAC.
No, because
No.
we went really late.
We went like the last, you like reserve a half an hour, up to half an hour slots, and so we got 2 half-an-hour slots from 9 to 10, which was the last hour before closing.
Yeah.
So it was actually fairly empty. There was one family who brought like their 4-year-old, and were there and left in about 20 minutes. They already were there when we got there. But it's a really cool place, and I managed to relearn how to do a front flip, which was something I hadn't been able to do since I was on trampoline at home when I was 9. And then one of my neighbor friends tried to do it and landed on his neck and winded himself, so we couldn't do flips anymore.
Yeah.
And then I relearned to do front flips. Apparently some of the friends we went with, actually Charity was one of the friends that was there. You guys remember her. Her like entire family is like gymnasts. Like they were doing triple backflips. And like the side, like the kind where you do a backflip, twist, and land forward. And the oldest son and the daughter who's just above Charity, if that makes sense, who's next up from Charity in age, they were competing with each other to see who could do the most consecutive backflips. The winner was the oldest brother with 11. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, yeah, I just learned a front flip.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. As a kid, I landed on my neck trying to do a front flip, so I never tried it ever again.
Never been the same since.
Yeah. No.
When I did it, I actually almost went too far. Like instead of not turning enough and like landing on my neck, whatever, I turned to the point where as I landed, I was actually stopping myself. I like landed at an angle because I kept going past 90 degrees. I was like, and then we were also doing wall walks where there's like the 2 trampolines that are on the walls meet in a corner. And if you run down the center lane between 2 trampolines, you then run and you can jump and actually like walk, like run the corner. And come back down.
Yeah, and see, I was just happy that at one point I jumped, and I was able to jump on the wall trampolines once or twice.
And then watching our friends do gymnastics
Yeah.
all over the place.
And I was just like, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was super graceful. Glenn can tell you, I was so graceful
Oh,
during
and I
this.
was too, believe me.
This is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, I was- and then we went and spent an hour and a half at Cookout.
Doing what? Eating?
Talking.
Every time we go to Cookout, like it takes like 20 minutes to eat, and we're there for like an hour and a half.
No, it was just crazy.
We were
And,
there with the UVA students, all the UVA kids.
Every time we go there are like high school students there.
Really?
Whenever I
Yeah,
go,
there were high school.
there are no
I
UVA students.
hate it. Oh my gosh, they're so. Okay, so me
When
and my
did you
mom.
go? It was in the middle of the night.
It was it was like 10:30.
What
Yeah.
day was it?
I was a Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So because Thursday is when the weekend starts for most UVA students.
Yeah.
They're in their Cookout getting their greasy.
Oh my
hush puppies
gosh,
or
okay.
whatever.
Okay, so me and my mom went to Cookout for her birthday because it was her birthday, and I wanted to treat her to something, but she was like, I don't want you to spend that much money, so
So
let's
Cookout.
go to Cookout. So
Best milkshakes around.
yes,
True.
but we went and we went inside and we started looking for a place to sit, and since we're a party of two, we're like, oh, that'll be easy to find. No, these like two different groups in like both corners had taken all the movable chairs into their corners.
Oh.
So unless you were lucky enough to find the unmovable chairs,
The ones that are like bolted to the ground.
yeah, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I just kind of like want Cookout. I know this is hard, but like have like a little storage shed out back or something, or like storage like close to the restaurant where they can like just take out extra chairs and be like, boom.
Yeah, you should
Have
always
fun.
have extra chairs. When we go to this place, I joined this society called the Burke Society at UVA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a philosophical debating society for conservatives.
Mhm.
And we go down to the corner to this cafe, and we always get like a big corner booth, and like everybody's crammed in there, so you get to know each other pretty well. And but they also always have like a big stack of just extra chairs. Like we never have no seats, so it's been done. And you don't really need a shed; you just have it in like a corner.
Oh, yeah, or you could even have like a storage closet in the room, something like that. That would probably work too.
Oh, did I say that like on here? Did I say that I played Portal 1 again and finished it in a day.
I don't know what that is.
Portal came out in
You
2007.
need to like see if you can find like a Portal trailer.
I was a baby in 2007. I'm still a baby.
And yet we're in college.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Oh, why am I
But
looking
Portal
at this?
is a video game where you have you explain it better.
Portal is a 3D puzzle game where you're in Aperture Science and you're given a portal gun there that puts two portals that you can move in and out of, and then you're trying to solve these puzzles that are impossible without being able to quantum tunnel using these portals to different platforms, things like that. It was actually pretty revolutionary when it came out, and then and it had like a really killer storyline to it. It was like basically a single player campaign. And then in 2011, they released Portal 2, which was a continuation of the story with more stuff, more awesome story. And that's also, Portal is where things like the cake is a lie comes from. I'm sure you've heard that a million times. It's not as much as it used to be, but you used to hear people say the cake is a lie all the time. And it's because in Portal, spoiler alert, you're promised cake throughout the entire game. And then at the very end, at the last level, you complete the mission, and you're on this movable platform, and you see a picture of cake, and it says it's just around the corner. Well, around the corner, and it's an incinerator. She's going to kill you.
Oh wow.
Like the AI.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you find these rooms, like one of the scientists that used to work there before the AI, you learn she killed everyone, and this one guy survived. And he basically went insane and had multiple personality syndrome. And he would find these rooms where he had been hiding out, and he would write all over the walls, the cake is alive, the cake is alive, the cake is alive, the cake is alive, the cake is alive. And it just made it so you had like this sort of like, you're the last human in this entire place, and this AI is actively trying to kill you. It was fascinating. It was a really nice game. Let's see, I think they made a trailer for Portal.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there it is.
Not the honest trailer. 'Cause
Not the honest trailer, no. The honest
So
trailer,
it's called Portal?
Just
It's
Portal.
called-
And then there's
Portal.
Portal 2 and 3.
just two.
Just two.
But Valve can't count to three.
No, they can't.
Welcome to the...
What? Oh, I bumped it.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. Let's look at some of the challenges you'll face as a test participant. You may be required to perform simple tasks, such as locating an exit. These simple tasks may be supplemented with insurmountable obstacles. Thanks to the Aperture Science handheld portal device, the impossible is easy. Let's look at a real-world example.
This level was never featured in the actual game.
Yeah.
I really wish it had been.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Certain objects may be vital to your success. If at first you don't succeed, you fail, and the test will be terminated. When stuck, remember our motto: there's a hole in the sky through which things can fly.
Cutest little killing machines ever created.
At the Enrichment Center, we believe that a highly motivated test subject can carry out rather complex tasks while enduring the most intense pain. So in case you don't make it through the testing, goodbye.
Oh, that's one way to do it. I'm gonna do it that way. So does it promote abstract thought?
This
Kind
next
of, because
test is impossible.
It's entirely 3D, so you have to be able to look around and use physics
Yeah.
to get through. Certain laws of physics work very well with portals. See, there's the exit right here. See, momentum is conserved, so whoosh, and then you just go flying. So you have to, you learn different physical effects.
Now you're thinking with portals.
It was so hard to make the transition to thinking with portals, because in the first game, I was overthinking everything. It took me, what did I say before, like 9 hours to do the first game or something like that?
Something like that.
Like a really long time.
The game itself isn't actually hugely long, so
No.
9 hours is actually kind of a long time. It's
Yeah,
not portable.
the second time I played it, like after I'd done it before, like 6 hours, 7 hours? That's still long, isn't it though?
Kinda, yeah. I'm
still slow.
I did like a speed run one time, and it took me like an hour maybe, something like that. I'm not sure what the official record is. I think the record may be something like 20 minutes. And that was because in the original Portal there's a glitch where if you put a portal down, oh no, sorry, there was an early beta, there was a glitch where your portals could remain, there were certain levels where like the map is 3 levels. And every time you complete a level, you go through this elevator that takes you to the next level. Usually it loads the next one, but there's a few where there's like 2 or 3 built into one map. So it just loads the whole map and then you seamlessly go through these different levels. And so what would happen is you would place a portal in one level, and then you'd go to the next level and place a portal there, and it would connect you to each level. And there's actually a video, somebody made a remix song, a Portal song called "The Device Has Been Modified," where there's this EDM song where he resampled sounds from the game, all the voices and stuff like that. And the music video, quote unquote, they made for it is just a montage of gameplay. And one of them is a glitch where he's cycling back and forth between watching the AI that tried to murder you being destroyed, and in one level, and then going back to a test in the level, and then switching back and forth like between 3 different levels. So that it was crazy.
Kind of trippy.
Yeah, they got rid of that relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And then in Portal 2, it was completely impossible. In fact, there's actually a level where they make fun of it, where in one level the grill that resets the portals is broken. And the AI goes, "This one's broken, don't take anything with you." And then if you take the 1 cube, there's an achievement for taking the weighted cube that you have to use to complete the puzzle. If you figure out how to take it with you, then as you walk down to get to the elevator, you think, ha ha ha, I'm gonna get away with it, and then she destroys it. She like remote destroys
but
it.
the AI was trying to kill you, so can you listen to her instructions, or she's
Yeah, like she's her name is GLaDOS. I can't remember, that actually stands for something, disk operating system. But basically, she is running the whole thing, and she has to test. You learn in Portal 2, we're spoiling everywhere. In Portal 2, you learn that the AIs are hardwired. They have to test. So once you're done testing, they kill you because they just want to. So like all the AIs
tell you're done
exercise
testing.
Yeah.
Good instructions.
Yeah.
So how can you tell when it's done and you need to? Does she always kill you? Like, is it impossible to?
No, what happens, that's part of the story, is you surviving. So Valve tends to make games that are very guided, so it's usually pretty obvious where you have to go. In the tests, there's an obvious entrance and exit. Sometimes. There's an obvious entrance and exit. And then there's one point where you kind of figure out what's going on. The one tries to kill you, and you get out. And then in Portal, she tries to kill you at the end, and you end up killing her. In the second game, you accidentally turn her back on. She tries to kill you again, but in the process, you switch out the AI. You find this little robot that helps you. You switch him out. Well, he had never had that much power before, and he is fine for about 5 minutes. Yeah, and then he gets corrupted, and then he tries to kill you. So then the robot you just replaced, GLaDOS, you have to help GLaDOS destroy him. And then at that point, you find out that she was actually a digitized human, and most of her humanity had been burned away by this power corruption.
Oh, but she's still a human.
But there's still that last little bit of humanity in her, and she saves your life at the last moment, and then decides to let you go. And right before she lets you go, she deletes her last human segment, and is just like, okay, go away, don't come back, or I'll kill you.
Oh wow!
And that's the end.
Are there any people?
No, you're the only human in this entire game. In fact, in Portal 2 they have a co-op mode, and the way the co-op mode works is, in order to completely phase out human testing, she builds a pair of sentient robots. And they can't talk, well, they're kind of like minions. Like from Despicable Me, they can kind of talk in gibberish, and they're not real bright, but then player 1 controls Atlas, player 2 controls Peabody, and you go through and do these cooperative testing maps. But it's all robots.
Which we're going to do soon.
At some point.
We
because
need to
I'm just a boss at Portal 2, and Joe needs to beat it.
No, I like getting the achievements, which is kind of bad. I really like getting the achievements. In fact, that was one reason I was replaying Portal 1, because there was different achievements that I was like, how did I not get that? So
I love the achievements in Portal 2. In fact, Portal 2 is the only game where I managed to get all the achievements, and there's 51 of them.
Wow.
And, most of the achievements aren't really achievements. They're like achievements for getting past a certain section of the game. So like every time you complete a chapter of the story, you get an achievement.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. But there are some achievements like what's one of the harder achievements? Oh, one of the funner achievements is called Pit Boss. Show that pit who's boss. The robot trying to kill you puts you on top of this pit, and when he tries to kill you by smashing a whole bunch of spikes at you, and the way you get out is you just at the nick of time. And they designed it so that when you portal out, the only spot you can portal to makes so that when you go through, you watch it just destroy the panel. And then you're supposed to run away down this one exit. And he goes, oh, come back, wait, come back, I promise I won't kill you. So you walk back, and he goes, oh, you came back. I didn't really plan for this. Hey, tell you what, can you jump into that pit right there, and if you jump in, you get the achievement Pit Boss. But if you stand there, he tries to convince you for like a full 8 minutes, tell you there's all these things out here.
It's like, oh, there's your parents are down there. Oh, and there's a boy band.
There's a 3-way portal device, you know,
What?
all this stuff. It was just amazing. And then actually for Portal 2, they released a whole bunch of little trailers that were like featuring new aspects of the game, like crushers. But I wish I could find the co-op trailer. Is they had a television commercial? What? They of course had the E3 trailer, they had the Boost trailer, Perpetual Testing Initiative trailer. They made it so that in Portal 2 you could custom make maps. You could do that for Portal, but it required that you use Hammer, which is the full-blown source editor, which practically is like trying to learn 3ds Max or Maya. It's insanely complicated. Let's see. It's really, really, really 3D modeling, stuff like that, yeah. But then they made a simplified editor for Portal 2 so people could basically put together levels like a puzzle. It was like, you know, pieces put together, pointing like and all that. Come on, where is it? Maybe there was, oh, you know what? There was no one trailer for it. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll use Wheatley. He's always
Wheatley.
good. I love Wheatley. This is a Portal 2 trailer featuring Wheatley. Oh, it's a little bit longer than I thought. Oh, we're gonna get an ad first. No. Can't play ads here. I can't skip this one. It's one of those 30-second ads you can't skip on YouTube.
I hate those. Oh, but the worst is when you're listening to music and it's on a playlist, and then they play the really long ads that are like 2-3 minutes long.
Oh, yes.
And you have to go to them, skip them, then go back to what you were doing.
Yeah,
Here we
usually,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna be awesome.
Ah, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Okay, follow me. We've still got work to do. At least you can't touch us, mate.
I didn't mention Wheatley's British.
Okay. Don't move.
Oh, yeah, this is the trailer.
Okay, alright, so I've got an idea, but it is bloody dangerous. Here we go. Ah! Oh, for God's sake, they told me that if I ever turn this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that about everything. I mean, I don't even know why they bother giving me this stuff if they didn't want me to use it. It's pointless. Mad.
Mad?
Here's an interesting story. You might like this. I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but guess who the foreman went with? Nobody that exactitude of himself. Nepotism. Ended up giving me the worst possible job, tending to all the smelly humans. Sorry, that just slipped out.
Because you are the only human there.
Okay, this looks dangerous. I'll hold the lights down. Nice car. Oh, I'll tell you. Humans, oh, love them. Just the way they look, it's great. And
They look like box springs.
Yeah, they're sections of turrets that later in the game try to murder you. It gets interesting. This is nothing. This is nothing.
Yeah, this just looks like
This is
part
like
of the game.
gameplay. There might be something. There's a turret. They shoot you.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that was not put in yet. The turrets are there, but they don't have it. Oh, here we
don't
go.
panic. I can still stop it. Not a problem. There's a password. It's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. Okay. A. That's fine. Well, that's gonna be it. That's C. That's surprising. Wait, I can do B. Did I? We should be making those things. You've got to put an hour up. Okay. Look. Don't panic. All right. Stop panicking. New plan. Act natural. We've done nothing. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been?
Oh, I think she likes you.
I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
Okay, look. We both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster.
Basically, you go through and run her tests until she tries to kill you. You run more tests to try and kill her back, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a really, really cool game.
How many times have we talked about Portal on this podcast?
I don't think we actually ever talked about it.
I've never heard
yet.
of it.
Well, in depth, no, but I mean, like just.
Oh snap! It's 1:40.
Oh! I need to go.
Yeah, it's time. It's that time once again.
yeah. Where's your
must end.
Dickinson.
I can drive him.
Oh. Yay.
So thank you for watching. Thank you, Mary, for being on our podcast.
Oh,
Thank you for listening to us talk about Portal. And we will see you guys in the next video, which actually, sadly, is probably going to be the last one we film.
Aren't we gonna have like a big, huge, like get together sort of thing?
You need to throw it out.
Yes,
as
we
a
need to try.
year.
We need to try doing that.
Surprise!
We're gonna try and make something epic. Maybe we'll see. You'll find out in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Apple.
No.
Made you flinch.